All right, today is day 12 of the Unedited Launch, and I'm going to do a training that I'll probably give my clients as well as do it here on YouTube. So I think it was my first or second video. I talked about doing a Canva training, and then my screen didn't flip to share that screen, so I had to edit. I did edit that out. I just deleted the clip. So I had a request from YouTube about the Canva training. My clients always ask me about Canva trainings, and recently I went to a Vid Summit in Dallas, Texas, around where I live, and I saw people like being like, "Oh, free thumbnail," and everybody's acting like it's really hard to design a thumbnail. Okay, now granted, I understand I'm a designer, but I also wanted to share with you, there's a ton of templates in um, Canva, as well as how do you you can even just take screenshots and recreate them in Canva. So I thought I would spend a few minutes designing Canva templates in here. Now, my husband is here in the warehouse looking for some things because we have some personal belongings in my warehouse. So if he comes in, pops in here, that might happen. And I'm just letting you know ahead of time that might happen. So then I'll tell him, hey, go over to the open house thing without me or wait a few minutes. So I'm going to try and make this pretty brief because of that. Okay. So let's talk about Canva. So if you don't have a Canva account, let me share my screen. You definitely need one. It's awesome. And you need the upgraded account for what I'm going to share with you. It's like right now it's still only $12.95 a month. Just go for it. Okay. If you think about if you're hiring somebody on Fiverr or wherever, you're going to pay more money. So Canva, if you're not aware, is canva.com. If you can see that over there. And when you go there, this is what it looks like currently. They just did a big upgrade, a glow up, as they say. So I teach on Canva Law and I teach on organization in my new course that's coming out, the Automate to Dominate, which I'll put a link in the description here as the pre-sale price is a huge savings right now. And you get about 4,000 in bonuses. So if you want that, but this is the file I've been using for all these templates. Now, let me tell you one thing about me. I don't do a huge amount of research. I did not say a viral thumbnail, but they definitely could go viral. I'm going to share with you like how I would even just edit this one, but I'll probably do it a little bit differently. So if you're on Canva and you don't have any of this stuff saved like I do, which you probably don't, you can just search on Canva, see Canva templates, and you can search YouTube thumbnails. I'm just going to start one from scratch so you can see. Now my stuff's going to come up because I have a lot of templates, right? So you can literally search a YouTube thumbnail. Now, here's the cool thing. There's already a bunch of options here. This one looks like a Sabri Sibi one. Okay. So outside of these, what I like to look at is, okay, well, which one grabs your eye the most? So if you were on YouTube real quick, so let's go over here to YouTube. And if I'm just going to a thing, well, which one grabs your attention? I think this one does. Okay. So again, I'm just gonna screenshot ones that draw my eye. So I like Layla and Hormozy. So immediately like their faces draw me. And I also listen to Stephen Furtick a lot. But notice that when I take it off, I'm gonna screenshot this one. And I'm going to screenshot this one. This one drew my eye first. I would probably click on that. I like the simplicity thing. Something people don't realize is a face and the psychology of your face being on it is a big deal. If I scroll down there to be like that one as well, that's eye-catching. You still have the background. So see how they're not blurring their backgrounds completely. So the reason I like to go to YouTube at the same time is a lot of the templates here, I would say this matches like the Layla one. This is kind of close to it. So what I like to do is screenshot and grab ones that are similar. So I'm going to grab this one and say customize. So I like to do this. I'm going to go, I screenshot those ones and I'm going to upload those screenshots that I just screenshotted over here to the upload. See how it says upload files? So I'm going to keep this over here just so it's more zoomed in so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So this is their template, but I'm still going to take the ones that drew my eye. So essentially I'm going to delete that. I'm going to add a page and just put his on top. Kind of make it bigger like this. So it kind of fills the space. So I get the things right. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to put Layla's in there. And also like, look, if you have similar demographics to somebody, then like these people have done way more research. So I've noticed a curved thing, right? So I would say I would just copy this, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate this one. And I'm going to go to my own photos, into my uploads over here on, I'm going to make my screen a little tinier so you can see this. So if I go to like my photos on the left, this is why it's really important to organize your photos, by the way. And it's gonna look different because I'm a different person than Layla, but I'm gonna grab the background, okay? And I'm gonna kind of make it like the same size. So I'm gonna click background remover. And once you've got a good one, you don't have to do this like every time. Now notice that like the highlight, so this is about the size. So I'm gonna move it a little over to the side because I'm not in a chair. And I'm going to make sure my head, the top of my head matches with hers. Now I'm going to add edit and I'm going to add a filter so that I'm brighter. And so you can see my face better. So like that, see? Then all of a sudden I'm brighter. Now, just for the sake of matching, I'm actually going to see this background color that's here. I'm going to go to the picture, the color, and I'm going to grab this one just so you can see it kind of matches. Then I'm gonna go grab like a highlight because see, there's like, it's kind of like they've shadowed some things. So I'm gonna say, I'm gonna grab, what am I gonna grab? I'm gonna grab like an ombre. I'm gonna go to photos actually, and I'm gonna say ombre brown. So actually I'm gonna probably replace that background, this image like this, just to see if that, sometimes it's like better, right? So I'm gonna do that, delete, oops. Keep that and then kind of delete. Let's see if that coloring doesn't look great on me. So sometimes you might need to edit it because like your coloring's different than another human being. See what I mean? So I'm going to come over here. Again, you can shrink these sides in and match this up. I don't like the color of that for me. So I'm going to try out some different backgrounds. Like I like the lighter stuff. But just because I am trying to match like what grabbed my attention with hers, I am going to still kind of try a few. No. It's also, again, she has a totally different coloring than me, so I might not get to stick with that one. So I'm gonna maybe even do a totally different color, but still grab the layout of it, okay? That's a little too different. Let's grab just a normal pink to potentially match my outfit also. I'm like, ah, come on. Okay, that one definitely would do it. So you can still play with like color differences. It can be a little more authentic to you. So now I'm gonna grab a text box and I'm gonna try and match it to this. Okay, so we're gonna say, and I'm gonna even title it similar to this. The secret to, and we're gonna make it for today's actually. But I need the font size to be the same. So I'm gonna make this a little smaller and it's gonna be like here. I like to literally like try and make everything match. And this needs to be a bolder font. So we're gonna try like this one. I'm gonna change it to be white. And then I need to make I'm gonna make that a bit bigger. The secret to, now we can add something to it. I need to go add, where are the fonts for this? The magic effects, and we can do a background. So that's what they've done. So I'm gonna do that, and then I'm going to copy it. Epic YouTube thumbnails, and we're gonna make it bigger. Now, the secret to creating your own, we'll just say YouTube thumbnails, because I want the sizing of this to match hers. Now, I don't think it exactly matches, and I'm even gonna make this is it's cool. It doesn't have to be on brand. That's the nice part about it needs to be a little brighter though. Maybe like there. Where's hers? The secret to creating your own YouTube thumbnails. Okay. Now she just has 3 words. So I'm going to try YouTube thumbnails just to make it exactly. Does that make sense? So now I'm going to make that bigger. And then how we get the font to be closer is this one spacing. And I'm going to make the lines facing. But I still want it to be, do I want it the same? Sure. It's a bit different, but we're gonna kind of like, I need different font for this to match. So let's try and like what I like to do is when I'm not for sure, because I mean I still think this is actually pretty eye-catching. Um, and then we're gonna add this full interview. So I'm gonna add a different font that says full training, and we're gonna do it all uppercase. How you do all uppercase? Where is it more? It's this one. We're gonna make it here, but again, it's not matching exactly, so I'm gonna probably go and put it on top. The reason is like, okay, sometimes it just really might not matter, but this is being a little annoying. Let me go and see if I can layer it, send backward. So this, like if I do it like that, and then I'll say my name below it, like hers, Tiana Smith. So now I at least have a layout, like I might come and change these things, but now I've got, oops, a layout of what I maybe want this all to look like. The other thing I'm going to do with this pink really quick is I'm going to make it a little transparent so we can lighten it a bit. See, I like that a lot better. So now it's and I'm going to make this even a bit bigger because she's got the chair. I don't have the chair. So I'm just like doing what I can with what I got. And then I'm going to, instead of full training, I'm going to say unedited launch day 12, which is what I'm doing right now. Why? Because then people who are following the series, actually, I'm going to say Canva training. And I'm actually going to go grab a Canva logo. Brand logos at your fingertips? Sure, open. Let's do it. Yes, cool. So I'm going to add this. And in fact, I'm going to probably just do that. Why? Because that's going to catch somebody's eye. Now I'm not in love with my name at the bottom because of that. So I might go grab like my name logo, or I might just leave it, or I might make it match the Canva color just to like matchy it. Or I grab the Canva one instead and I change that back to black. So I think that looks better. So we're going to do that so that that could stay. So essentially I played with this. It's not exactly, I could match it exactly, but then I'm kind of making it my own. So that's kind of the key, right? So then when you save this and you download this, that's going to be your YouTube thumbnail. So I'm going to use current page. Now, again, if you wanted to come back to like the other ones that people are using, but I personally like to take the screenshot. So I'll do one more. I'll make one. Let's do day 13. I'll decide what day 13 is going to be. I'll do my, oh, I still need to add day 13. I need to add my unedited launch. Honestly, I'm going to do that instead here. Unedited launch day 12. Just because I actually think that's more important than my name currently. Let me go see if I'll get my brand name up here. I try to really limit logos and my stuff, but I will put my name logo down here like tiny or in the corner just so, you know, that's all done. Maybe even in the corner. Like, oh, okay. Or in the corner like up here. I think the corner here would be better. I can move this over a little. So I'll do that. That I do need to put my name on everything. I think that is important. So again, I'm going to download that and don't be afraid to re-download. This is the part of life. Okay, so we're going to download that. Okay. So now I have that one done. Now let me show you how I can recreate that Liz Hormozy one. Okay, so that's a Layla's-ish. Obviously they're different, but this is like authentic to me. I don't really do those darker colors. Now this, he's so great. Okay, let's recreate Harvozy's. Gonna be fun. Okay, so first thing is a picture. I see what he's done, or whoever designed this for him. Okay, so we're gonna go grab a photo that actually fills up the whole space. So over here, I'm gonna go find one. I'm gonna see. I need one that's a little bit more to the side, a little more horizontal instead of up and down. Most of these are like not horizontal, so I'm like looking for one that's like, actually, I think I know which one. There's one where I'm like peeking out of a Paris window, or even this one. Okay, I could do this and do this. So I'll show you how he did that. Okay, so though I'm not as big as his face is, I'm gonna still try to be as big as his face is. That's essentially how you kind of have to like make these. You have to. Okay, let's see. Where's he at? Okay, so let's say that. Now what we're gonna do is let's make this. I'm gonna trim this down. I'm gonna crop it. Um, okay, let me go this way. So I'm going to do this so that the photo is actually like fitting. But then what we're going to do is put another photo on top of it. I copied it. Now I'm going to background remover that one because that's how we got that image behind there is he used layers or his designer did. So you see how I'm right there? It's still me. Hey, look, I can give my hair some volume. Okay. So that's still me. But then you want to bring these in so you can edit the other stuff. So I don't want to edit how big I am, what it looks like, because it needs to be realistic. So now I'm going to add that image. So now I'm going to add an element like a rectangle, but we want to curve. We want to do the corner roundings like his. So maybe it's like that. Okay. I'm going to make it black like his. And then we want to do a border. The weight would be, no, I want the shape black and I want the border like yellow. He has it like orange. So we can do this. I can actually use the dropper. Let's try and get it right there. Okay. Sweet, right? Okay, so now what we're doing is I'm actually going to drag this up here and match this size and see if like everything's kind of matching. I think his border's a little bit heavier. We're going to say like maybe 35, maybe 40, maybe 50 actually. Let me see. Yeah, that's more accurate, I'd say. So because it's a layer now, see how it looks like it's behind. See how he did that? That's what makes it kind of cool, right? It makes it like unique because, and it goes behind his head a little. So it's pretty cool. So now because mine is brighter, we're going to do the same thing like the other one where I'm going to kind of play with the color a little bit. The black is really bold, so we'll see. Now, what I'm going to do is go grab the verified check icon. I'm going to grab the stuff that's tricky. So we're going to see how big it is. It's about right. Okay. And then I'm going to grab a little, like I'm literally going through this like step by step. I'm going to grab a circle frame. It does no frame on it. So I'm going to go up here, see about, it's a little bigger. I'm going to do that in the corner. Gonna go grab another photo. That's hilarious. I'm like laughing over here at this. I love when I could like recreate something. I'm just gonna use that photo. Let me see if there's a better one where it's just the face. Try not to have like, okay, let's use that one because I use that stuff. And then we're gonna add a font, a font box, a small one. So we'll just do at Tiana _ Smith _ coaching. So mine's a little longer, so I'm gonna make it a little bigger. Gonna do it like that. And then we'll go add that box, move that to the end. And then I might just say a headline, right? And it's all lowercase. So we're gonna say Canva is it's just I'm gonna use a different font. Let's go find a different font. You can always make it more bold. let me see, horizon, a little too much. This one might work. And then again, these have to be, the spacing have to be closer. I don't know why that F is like, I might have to do it on two different lines because and then I might like bring this down. So this line issue is still like, okay, when things don't line up like this, I'm going to use this as an example. What you want to do is just like, you're going to have to separate them. So what we're going to do is I'm going to do that to the side, and then that way I can line it up manually. I don't love to use like the swearing. It's obviously eye-catching. So I'm just going to say, yeah, and I would say that I bet I'll just say that instead of using swearing. So, okay. So this would be today, and then maybe like tomorrow, or I use this one for today and I don't put unedited launch in it. I just say it like that, or I might do a different one. So I'm going to use this one because I think it's pretty good. And then for tomorrow, maybe I figure out what day 13 actually is. So I'm not sure, but that's how you recreate like the ones that are actually catching your eye. And you might have, your eye might have caught somewhere else. I can recreate any of these though. I can. So, but like, again, I am a designer. So I hope you learn some tricks about like duplicating pictures, taking out the backgrounds. You definitely need Canva Pro for all this. If you have any questions about Canva, any requests, and you're watching this, please feel free to reach out.